All right. So once again, welcome everyone to this afternoon. Today, we're going to be doing a presentation or a workshop on how to build a fall 2024 course schedule for the School of Natural Science majors. My name is Dita. I am part of the Bobcat Advising Center, and I am one of the academic advisors. I'll go ahead and let my colleague hop onto the call and present herself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mai Chi, and I will be covering the other half of this presentation. Thank you. See ya.
All right. And so we have quite a few things that we're going to be covering this afternoon, particularly who we are, the overview of the School of Natural Science, information about registration, such as important dates, your add-drop deadlines. We'll go over some tools that are going to be super helpful to you, such as the catalog, understanding your requirements, like your amount of units you should take every semester, how your placement exams are going to impact the courses that you take. We'll cover summer program opportunities, as well as demo your My Degree Path or your MDP in order to build that first semester plan. And then we'll go ahead and finish up the presentation with some resources and how to stay in contact with us, as well as the summer support that we provide for the summer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So again, the Bobcat Advising Center, we refer to it as BAC. We also can call it BAC because again, we have your back. And so we are the academic advising home for all first year students or freshman admits in every major, all lower division undeclared transfer students, and all continuing undeclared students in any class year. So as of right now, we do not have academic advising appointments, but these become available once you start the semester in fall. But what we do offer right now is a lot of walk-in advising, as well as workshops and making sure that you're connecting with the appropriate resources that you need to throughout the summer and throughout the academic year. Essentially, we're here because we want to support your journey so that you can accomplish any of your goals that you've set for yourself, whether that's personal, academic, or career-wise. And so again, we do have a physical location. We are located in the Collegian Library, room 122. So that is where you'll be able to find us again once the fall semester starts. For now, though, we are mostly available remotely. So make sure that you're connecting to our walk-in hours for any assistance that you may need. And again, that QR code should take you to our BAC homepage. And so for the School of Natural Sciences, there are 6 majors that are housed within the School of Natural Sciences. We have our Applied Mathematical Sciences, Biological Sciences. Something to be aware of is that there is now a new degree type starting fall of 2024. So we now offer a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Arts in Biological Sciences. So again, do be mindful of that distinction. We also have a chemistry major, the data science and computing, which is also a new major that was introduced in fall of 2024, as well as environmental system science and physics. Something that you'll notice is that for a lot of these majors, you can also have a concentration or an emphasis that will be a little bit more impactful in your 3rd and 4th year versus like in your 1st and 2nd year. So for a lot of these pathways, your 1st and 2nd year may seem very similar, but as you start getting into your 3rd and 4th year, that's when the emphases will start to play a role in the elective choices that you can pick. So again, be mindful of the different majors and the degree types that are offered within School of Natural Sciences. The link below will send you directly to the School of Natural Sciences, which is on screen. That will let you look a little bit more in depth into each type of major, as well as potential career options that you could branch out into dependent on the major. The QR code will take you to the catalog so that you can explore the different major requirements for each major. And so for those of you who might be coming in either as undeclared natural science or undeclared, so that you don't have an emphasis, or sorry, you don't have a major in a school, this is something to be mindful of and aware of. So as you progress through your journey at UC Merced, it's perfectly okay to be exploratory. Just know that at a certain point, you will have to declare into a major. Specifically, if you're interested in a School of Natural Sciences major, you do need to submit a major change form. Right now, we're recommending that you submit that form by the priority deadline, which as of this recording is going to be June 7th, so this Friday, so that it can reflect on your records. The reason for this is because once that degree is officially declared in your profile, it'll make it a little bit easier for you to plan out your courses that you need to take. But again, if you happen to miss the deadline, that's okay. Just make sure that you're working with your academic advisor so that you can work with them so that we can together make sure that you're taking the appropriate courses that you need. And again, we'll work with you to make sure that you submit that change of major form. And so a couple of important dates and deadlines. And so registration is going to occur the week of June 24th. This is going to be super important because when registration rolls around, you have a particular date and time in which you're going to be eligible to register. And so in order for you to find that date and time, we recommend that you look at your what we call a time ticket. So you can find this in your My Registration portal. And so the My Registration portal within your Connect login is going to be a magnifying glass that you can click. Once that brings you to the menu, you select the semester, so fall 24, continue, and then you'll select prepare for registration. And so once you click prepare for registration, you'll see your time ticket highlighted in red. So again, do be mindful of when your registration date and time are so that you can register for your courses at that date and time. So super important, fall instruction is going to begin August 28th. And so this does impact how you register for classes, right? So registration will remain open throughout the summer, but you can add courses manually via your online portal up until Tuesday, September 3rd. This means, let's say something happens, maybe you change your mind, some placement exams or AP exam scores came in, and you want to make some changes to your courses. You can do that manually on your end through your registration portal up until Tuesday, September 3rd. After that, once Wednesday, September 4th hits, you will need to get instructor permission and submit a late course add form to add courses to your schedule. Very important, you can still drop courses up until throughout this date, right? So September 4th, you can still drop courses on your registration portal, but you cannot add without instructor permission and the form. And so this will come into play if you accidentally drop below 12 units during your registration time. And then the absolute last day to add and drop classes, whether with instructor permission or via your registration portal, is going to be Wednesday, September 18th. So again, we highly recommend take advantage of your registration time so that you are able to be in your full 12-unit course load that you need and not have to make as many changes the closer that we get to fall instruction. And so that QR code will take you to the deadlines tab via our registrar webpage. And so for the UC Merced catalog, so the UC Merced catalog is going to be what I tell my students, your best friend. Super important. You are assigned a catalog year depending on the semester and the year that you came in. And so in your particular case, you would be a fall 2024 admit and your catalog year would be 2024-2025. The catalog houses a lot of information regarding policies, and requirements such as your general education requirements, repeating courses, the academic calendar, so you're aware of those important dates and deadlines, as well as additional information regarding academic standing and whether you're on a dean's or chancellor's list. So again, super helpful to bookmark it and keep it and refer to it whenever you're looking for general information. Additionally, the catalog also houses your academic program or your 4-year course plans, and we'll go ahead and demo that in a little bit just to show you what that's going to look like. And it can also give you information regarding course descriptions. So again, course descriptions can be helpful to give you an idea of what to expect in a class, as well as identify any restrictions that are laid out for that particular course. And so that QR code is going to take you directly to the catalog, or you can also manually type in catalog.ucmerced.edu in order to access the catalog. But for now, let me go ahead and share my screen. Great. So this is going to be your catalog. This is traditionally where it takes you whenever you click that link. Again, be mindful that your catalog year is showing 2024, 2025. In some cases, for whatever reason, if it is showing an archive catalog, just make sure to go back to 24, 25. On the left-hand side, you have your menu options. So again, if you're interested in learning more about the School of Natural Sciences, you can click this. You can look at general education requirements, academic policies, but for the sake of the demo and of time, we're going to go ahead and click academic programs. And so once you are in academic programs, it's going to give you the breakdown of all the different majors and minors that are offered at UC Merced. And so here we can see that School of Natural Sciences section. We can see the different majors with their emphases. We can look at the minors. Again, minors are optional. If you're interested in exploring a minor, we recommend that you talk with your academic advisor. But for the sake of this example, let's go ahead and pull up physics. And so we'll go ahead and pull up physics. When you click on it, it's going to lead you to the list of major requirements for that major. So again, be mindful, general education has its own separate section, so you won't see that listed here, but it is available for you to see all of the list of requirements that you'll need to complete to earn the physics major specifically. The four-year plan tends to be a little bit hidden, so it'll be right above the requirements section. So once you click on this, you'll be able to access the four-year plan. And so do be mindful that the four-year plans are what is recommended by faculty. Do know that not all students will potentially be starting at that Math 21, that Chem 2, or Physics 8. So do be mindful of the recommendation. In some cases, again, this is where the placement exams, and we'll go over that a little bit more in depth. When you click on the course, it'll give you that description, but it'll also tell you what those prerequisites or restrictions are. So again, depending on the placement exam, on the coursework that you're bringing, you may actually be starting with Math 5 rather than Math 21 as a physics major. So again, be mindful of what you're bringing in and the four-year plan. Take that as a guide, right? It's not the official, like you have to take these. But again, this is technically what you're going to be following as you move throughout your next 4 years. All right, so general education and enrollment requirements. So as a first-year student, you are going to be taking you are required to take a Spark in your first year, whether that is fall or spring, is up to you. Do be mindful that we offer a Spark 1, which tends to be 4 units or 3 units, or a Spark 10, which tends to be 2 units. Spark 10 does tend to be geared more towards engineering students in terms of the themes covered within Spark 10, but it is open to any major. Spark 1 does tend to be the more popular options that you can take. Do be mindful that that QR code will take you to the Spark descriptions, but in order for you to pass that Spark, regardless of whether it's 1 or 10, you must pass it with a C- or higher. Additionally, we have the entry-level writing requirement, which is satisfied through our Writing 001. Again, if you have not already satisfied entry-level writing requirement, then you will need to take Writing 1, and it must be completed with a C or higher in either fall or spring of your first year in order to knock that out. So again, be mindful there is a grade difference between the entry-level writing requirement and Spark. And so entry-level writing requirement, you must pass it with a C. Spark can be passed with a C- or higher. Unit enrollment. So in order for you to be considered a full-time student at UC Merced, you must be registered in at least 12 units. And again, this is for financial aid purposes. If you're receiving financial aid, although realistically, a lot of our students take about 14 to 16 units per semester so that you can meet what is known as our normal progress policy and graduate on time. And so normal progress policy is often referred to as our Journey to 30. Journey to 30 basically means every academic year, so every fall and spring, you want to have a total of 30 units so that you can reach 120 units in 4 years. And you can see that calculation right there. So if you're taking 30 units a year for 4 years, you will meet the minimum unit required to graduate, which is 120 units. As a incoming freshman in your first semester, the max number of units you can enroll in is 18 units. Once you move beyond your first semester, we can work together with your academic advisor to petition to take more than that. But as of right now, your max number of units you can take in your first semester is 18. So do be mindful of that. There is also something to be mindful of in terms of the School of Natural Sciences normal progress to degree policy. So again, while the minimum is 120 units to complete and earn your degree, you cannot exceed 150 units throughout your time here at UC Merced. In order for you to earn the degree, it must, be completed within 9 semesters. And again, summers are optional, so those summers are not counted as part of the 9 semesters, but you must earn your degree or complete the degree within 9 semesters. If for whatever reason you do have to go a little bit beyond 9 semesters, you will be required to submit a petition that needs to be reviewed by the School of Natural Sciences Dean, and there's no guarantee that it will get approved. So do be mindful of that semester completion limit. Again, 9 semesters. And early progress policy. So if you are a student in a School of Natural Sciences major, you must complete the following within the school in order to remain as a major student within the School of Natural Sciences. So as of right now, the early progress policy is being reviewed by the School of Natural Sciences. So you do see that red asterisk. Prior to this, the policy is as it stands right here. So you need to have earned a C- or better prior to the start of the third regular fall or spring semester in either a Math 5 or Math 11 or 21, and earned a C- or better in either a Chem 1 or a Chem 2. Like I said, the early progress policy is currently being reviewed by the School of Natural Sciences, and it's looking like starting fall 2024, it may change so that the only requirement is just making sure you get a C- or better in the math. But again, we haven't officially received word yet, so do be mindful that that may be updated the closer that we start to the fall semester. You can repeat a course for a one time for what is known as a second attempt in order to earn the C- or better to make sure that you meet that early progress policy. If you cannot complete the first math and chem within the first year, it may result from you becoming a undeclared in School of Natural Sciences major, which again, you would have to complete those requirements and make sure that you're working with your advisor to again submit a petition and be readmitted to the School of Natural Sciences. And so should that early progress policy be reviewed, in that case, you want to make sure that you're meeting the math. Otherwise, if you do become demajored, we do have a link in the chat or what is on the slide in order for you to learn more about returning to a major within School of Natural Sciences. All right, and I'll go ahead and pass it over to my colleague.
All right, thank you, Dita. All right, so we'll go on into the next part of the second half of our presentation. Next, we have UC Merced placement exams. So we have 4 types of exams that we would like to encourage students to take them. First, we have math, chemistry, computer science, and engineering. We tend to call that for short as CSE. So you'll see in here say CSE pretty often instead of computer science engineering for short. And last, we have writing, which we tend to call that WRR. Students must complete both math, chem placement exams to determine chemistry course placement. Depending on your scores, you are placed into either the following classes: Math 5 or Math 21, Chemistry 1 or Chemistry 2, CSE 5 or CSE 22, or Math or Writing 1 or Writing 10. And it varies by majors. So math placement exams is required if you intended to pursue a major with math courses or pre-health pathway. All right, so next, viewing placement exams and AP test scores. You may view the results of your placement exams and reported AP exam scores via your student profile. First of all, you'll go to select My Student Record, then click on Student Profile, and then click on Testing located on the left side of the tab. So you'll want to go to your student profile, look for this logo, and then click on Student Profile here, and then it'll take you to this page here, you'll see. Then you want to look for testing. Click on that. It will have a summary of all your test scores that you report to UC Merced. And the good thing is that we also have a QR code right here for you to go ahead and take a quick second to pull up your phone, use your camera to scan that QR code, and it'll take you directly to where your student portal is located. All right, so next we have summer program opportunities. First of all, we have Summer Edge program. We do have a link that's provided right there for you and a QR code on the side for you to use your phone camera to scan that too. It's a free non-credit online program. It's designed to prepare fall 2024 students to college level chemistry, computer science, math, and writing courses. Priority registration starts on June 7th, 2024. It begins on Monday, June 24th through Friday, August 2nd, 2024. This will be an opportunity to retake any exams from the program that you completed after the program is completed. Again, we have a QR code on the side for you to scan that. And then next we have Summer Bridge program. It's designed to prepare students for college level calculus, build resilience, improve academic skills, and build community at UC Merced. You have the option to live on campus while taking courses, but will need to return home between the end of summer and fall semester move-in. It begins in Session C, Monday, July 1st through Friday, August 9th, 2024. Courses that will be offered will be Math 5, Spark 10, and USTU 10. That'll be a total of 7 units offered in the summer through Summer Bridge program. You will earn academic credits. Be mindful that coursework taken during the session will impact your academic GPA. All right, so next slide, we have the My Degree Path, which we tend to call it MDP for short. So I do encourage you to become very familiar hearing My Degree Path or MDP. Especially from your advisor. This is really important. So as you can see on the screen, we have a cell phone that shows a UC Merced logo where the arrow is pointing. That's located in your student portal. So My Degree Path or MDP combines degree audits with academic planning. A degree audit analyzes your degree requirements for your major according to the catalog year in which you enter UC Merced. MDP helps you plan your courses. It's not for registration. And we will go ahead and show you a little bit of a demo how to find your My Degree Path and navigate a little bit about it, and also go to your plan builder, talk a little bit about how to plan your classes from there, then we'll move on from there. All right, so here we are. This is a staff portal, unfortunately, but for a student portal, you'll want to look for that icon where the little mouse is at. It will say My Degree Path, but for staff, it's a UC Path. Next, you want to go to select a major. Okay, and then want to go to program. Let's go ahead and go for biology with the emphasis of human. We'll go ahead and choose the catalog year 2024, fall 2024, and we'll choose the emphasis for human, run declare program. Let that run for a few seconds. All right, so you have entered into your My Degree path as a freshman. This is how it most likely will look like. You have a pie chart and you have a graph. Right now it's still red. So the goal is to earn all green into your pie, into your graph. That means that you completed everything that you needed to in order to graduate from UC Merced with your Bachelor of Arts or your Bachelor of Science. And so in your My Degree path, there's so many information. You have the option to open all sections to see everything in detail, such like your GE classes, the amount of units you have to complete in order to graduate, your GPA, your majors, and your intellectual experiences. Everything is broken down to sections. As you can see, when you come up and see a new line, and it starts a whole new chapter. So for example, we're looking at your major, right? So it will say biosci major, human biology. Let's go a little bit on top. That's your major. Those are your major classes. It will show you your major classes. And those are all hyperlinked as well. So you can actually click on your classes. It'll pop a little screen. I'll show you course description, major titles, any prerequisites or co-requisites, or if it's all for summer, fall, or in the spring semester. So that's pretty cool. And then on the way bottom, it will show you your emphasis as well. If you do have an emphasis for your major, and then you'll have your intellectual experiences that you do need to have done before you graduate as well too. Any test or any additional classes that you took at the community college that may not meet GEs or major, but will give you credit towards graduation, it will be listed on the bottom. And then next piece, if you don't want to open all this section because maybe it's a little overwhelming, you just want to focus on checking on your GE or your major, you can just click one section. Let's just go for your GE, lower division GEs, right? Then it'll just pop up that section for you to just focus on what you're missing and what you need to complete on. Next, let's go ahead and move up and go to your plan builder. So you'll hear this pretty often from your advisor is to go in, use your plan builder, plan your classes ahead of time before registration. That way, when you go in to see your advisor, you'll be able to have time to just get to consult with your advisor about your classes. And then if you have any additional questions, that will also leave you room to talk about other things in your session with your advisor. So here we are. Go ahead and create a new plan. You want to choose majors and then go to biology, look for your emphasis with it, choose 24-25 human biology. You can title it whatever you like. So we're going to title it bio planning or bio plan. Choose fall 30, 2024. You want to leave the number 4 for 4 years because you're planning to have your plan builder for 4 years. Click enter and then let it run, let it load for a few seconds. All right, so here we are. We're in your plan builder. So you have 2 boxes, one from the left, one from the right. Let's start out with the left. That's your roadmap, 2025 biology, science, human biology. You want to make sure that it does say 24-25. Otherwise, if it says anything else, then you're in the wrong catalog year. So it has a breakdown of all your classes you need to take in the order that you need to starting as a freshman. Earlier, we had mentioned in the catalog that you may start with your math 21 or math 11, but not everybody will start with a perfect schedule that it's recommended for your first semester. So your job is to make sure you align as much as possible to what's recommended for you in the first semester. So you're supposed to start with math 11 or math 5, depending if you take any placement tests or brought in college credits. And then we'll have you take bio 11 and lab and a Spark 1. And I believe that's it. So to plan your classes over to the right side, all you do is just drag and drop the correct courses to fall 2024. Any classes that you drop over to the fall 2024 box, it will automatically add your units. So you can add a lot of classes, but remember, you can maximize your units to 18 only. It'll calculate all the way up to 22, 25 units, but at the end, you're only limited to take 18, and then you eventually will have to adjust your schedule and plan accordingly all the way down to spring 2028. Now you may see from the left, right, you might see a class that is red, highlighted red or green, right? So red, let's just say for math, actually. Let's throw in math, for example, because biology, that's an introduction class. Everybody takes biology 1 as an intro course. For math, there is a prerequisite. So if you click on it, it will open up a small little box for you, where it will highlight a little box for you. It will show that the prerequisite is Math 5. So again, if you took the placement test, or if you took any college credits or any equivalent exams, AP, IB scores, you did well, report to US. If you passed them, you'll start with Math 11. If not, then you need to start with Math 5. So if it's showing that it's highlighted red for Math 11, it's indicating that you may be missing the prerequisite for Math 5 unless you have something to show proof that you passed it, so you can move forward with Math 11 in fall 24. So it's really good to plan your classes accordingly. If you have any questions about anything that's very technical, then do talk with your advisor. That way they can help adjust your classes for you in your plan builder. Again, this is not registration. This is just showing you how to plan your classes in advance so you know what's coming up for registration. All right, so we'll go ahead and one last piece. If you want to delete a class because you don't want it anymore, you completed it, or maybe you put it in the wrong semester, all you do is click the class on the right box and then drag it to the trash can. Then it gets deleted. All right, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next slide. All right, so we are here we have resources that are really important that I want to introduce to everyone. First of all, well, we have the QR codes on the side. So if you want to take a few seconds, pull up your phone, use your camera to scan the QR code so you have reference back to the links to the resources that I'm about to share with you. So the first one we have Student First Center. We tend to call it SFC. You can go there for questions regarding admissions, financial aid, and anything that regards to registrar and more. So there's a link right underneath that too. Next, we have Office of the Registrar. This is where you can go for any registration error messages received or assistance with logging into Connect Portal. Sometimes we do have difficulties logging in. So if you have any difficulties logging in, make sure you do reach out to the Office of the Registrar. Next, we have the Bobcat Advising Center. And yes, all of your Bobcat Advising Advisor are also located in this building. You can go there and see your advisor in person for further guidance. And we do also, on our BAC website, we have helpful videos on how to register for classes. We do also have videos on how to register for chemistry and physics. So I highly recommend that you take the time to scan the QR code on the side where it says Chem and Physics to get to know how to register for our chemistry classes and physics, because it's a little tricky to enroll into some of our chemistry and our physics classes. And also in our BAC website, we also provide what we call a GE or general education cheat sheet, where if you're looking for general education classes or you're looking for more units, you can find our GE cheat sheet for summer and for the fall and look for a few classes to enroll. That way you can be full-time or have 15, 16 units for fall semester. And last but not least, we have the UC Merced online registration guidance. We do have a link down below right there. And it also shows you step-by-step that will assist you on registration as well. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to the next slide. Okay, so we have the BAC Summer Support. So this is how we're going to support everyone in the summer. The BAC Summer Academic Advisor, each professional advisor is providing Zoom drop-ins for the summer student, for their summer student caseload. Generally Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. through 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. through 3:30 p.m. BAC Academic Advisor may have adjusted times due to presentations, so please check your assigned summer advisor email and if a slight change has been made to their drop-in hours. You can email your assigned BAC as summer advisor directly for questions. We do have BAC peer advisors drop-ins. BAC peer advisors will provide in-person and Zoom drop-in hours. You can connect with a current student to hear their perspective on academic planning tools and resources. Information will be shared through UC Merced email. BAC peer advisor workshops will be provided through Zoom workshops. They will be providing that through Zoom starting July through August. More information will be shared from there, and it will consist of topics that will prepare freshmen for their first semester and more about academic planning resources. Next, I'd like to introduce you all to our summer advisors. So for the sake of time, there's quite a few of us, and there are quite a few information about all of us, but I know that you all can see what we have to our informations and the first year letter last name. I'm going to go ahead and just introduce our names, our titles, and Kenya Alice for the first one. I'm just going to mention her first year last name, but as you can see, everyone is also given a last name and to work with particular alpha. So we have Kenya Alice. She is a senior academic advisor and coordinator of the peer advisors. She's her first year last name in AFHIW. Next, we have Dita Estrada. She is a senior academic advisor and coordinator of the undeclared transfer student support. Next, we have Maria Ceja. She is an academic advisor, and we'll go on to the next slide. Next, we have Nora Garcia. She is an academic advisor. We have Maichi Laura. She's also an academic advisor. And last but not least, we have Jean Vang, who is an academic advisor and multimedia coordinator. So for our BAC peer advisor for fall 2024, I'd like to introduce you all to them. Our BAC peer advisors are experienced students who have provided additional support and navigating resources. All BAC first-year students in every major and undeclared students can connect with a peer by attending our summer and semester workshops and meeting one-on-one through drop-in hours with a peer during the fall 2024 semester. First, we have Elizabeth. She's a senior majoring in psychology with a Bachelor of Arts and also minoring in sociology. She's from Los Angeles. She's part of the Felix Scholar. She's part of she's a member in the Yosemite Leadership Program. And she's also in the College Corps from 2023 to 2024. Next, we have Sophia. She's a junior. She's majoring in cognitive science with a Bachelor of Science from she's from San Ramon, California. She's also the president of the Vietnamese Association, and she is an assistant in the math department learning. And then next we have Yamini. She's a senior major in economic with a Bachelor of Science. She is from San Jose, California. She participated with the UROC research, and she is an intern in the immigration law firm. Last, she is also a Bay Area legal aid. All right, so these are some ways to stay connected with the BAC advisors. We also have QR codes look the screen as well, so feel free to take this time to use your phone to scan the QR codes and get to know how to register for our chemistry courses and get to know how to register for our physics. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a little tricky to enroll into these classes, so I do encourage you to watch the YouTube videos on how to enroll into those two classes. And then we have the BAC Fall 2024 registration page. We have a YouTube going on as well. So that's nice. You can find us from there. And we do have Instagram as well. So you can go there and like our picture videos and stay connected with us. At this time, we'll go ahead and move on to the next slide, and we'll go ahead and stop recording before we start the Q&A.